Hi, my name is Robert Shawhan. I'm the developer of GraphPad, and this is a quick overview of what the tool is and some of its many uses. At its core, GraphPad is a 2D dimensional drawing application. And so you can see how easy it is. It has guidelines that help line things up, but it's dimensional in nature. And so we can drop on dimensions onto any line, and we can do simple area calculations. So for example, all we have to do is select the lines surrounding a perimeter, hit calculate area, and we now see the area calculation. So in addition to this, I've added in business forms. And so just as a quick example, I have a carpenter who, what he does is he hangs shutters, and he needs to work with the manufacturer to get the shutters created. And he needs to do a quick drawing on site of the windows he's going to put the shutters on and capture those dimensions. Now, rather than try and draw this every single time he has to do a window, he now has a series of standard window sizes with standard dimensions that he needs to capture. And then all he needs to do is go in and for the dimensions along the bottom, say he's going to take readings or lengths at every 5 inches. He puts that in. Then he specifies the height at that particular location, we'll say 5 1/2, etc. And so you can see that this is a huge cost savings. In addition, he comes up with a much refined drawing, so there's no questions from the manufacturer in terms of what's been measured or the links. There's no readability issues. It's a much cleaner version, and also he can email it, so he can be on site and email it directly to the manufacturer without having to go back and type things back up. Now there's multiple uses, examples of this that I've created, and one of my favorite is the Home Depot kitchen design forums, and they're essentially the same concept. So for the kitchen design group, they basically do measurements, they actually fill out a 6-page form, they have check boxes that they fill in, etc. They have their standard information they need to collect. And much like the carpenter with the hanging of our window measurements, they have window measurements, they have standard door sizes, and all I have to do is say, I've got 5 doors, and I fill out the information for each door, etc. So for example, where the plumbing features come in, again, it's the same concept that they have standard measurements that they use. And on and on. And at the end of it, they still have the drawing engine that they can do their actual sketches. They can also take images that they take, so pictures for example, and this all rolls up into a single PDF that they can email off to either the customer or to their back-end system. Another group that I'm working with very closely is the New York City Department of Transportation, their Sidewalk inspection group, and they have standard inspection forms that they need to fill out. But in addition to their form, they also have a library of standard symbols that they use to document an inspection. Now, they're a bit more ambitious in the sense that they want to integrate this in with their back-end system. And to facilitate that, basically they need web service calls. And this is an example that I'm using to prototype this. And essentially what it would be is all their inspections would show up on a map view. These are the locations they need to go to. They'd actually see their location. They'd know who's closest to each one. Each location would then be able to bring up the information about that, and it would actually take it into their back-end system to see what inspections have been done in the past. In this case, I'm using a prototype. This is a DigitalOcean Unix box that's running MySQL, and so you can see this information is being pulled up, and you can see they really gets into the benefit of using this combination of iPad and server, where, for example, the home office would be able to see where people are, etc. So that's just one really good example. Now, lastly, probably my best customer so far is Centex Foundation, and they've gone so far. They were an early adopter. They created their form. They also customized it so that it has specific calculations for them. So, for example, as they go and they sketch out their foundation, they have their library of products that they use, their peers, and now what they can do is they can evenly distribute along a particular line. I'll put a dimension on there first. They can evenly distribute piers along that. It will not only show the piers in the exact location, it will keep track of those. So as they add piers in, it will keep the tally. If they then go back and delete it, it will delete that object, etc. They've gone so far as to not only use it for their foundation group, but they have a plumbing group as well, which has an existing back-end system, but just the form and the ability to take pictures and stuff was so good that in spite of the fact that they have another system, they went ahead and added their plumbing group to using GraphPad as well in the field. So that's a basic overview of what the product looks like, what its capabilities are, and some of its many uses. So GraphPad is currently available as a $20 product. But to get these sort of configurations, it does require a fair amount of consulting time, and then it has a base product which has extensions that allow it to import these libraries, and that's $100. And that's my presentation. Thank you very much.